They don't know my story, they just know my sound.
Is the key to being successful in any business is making the decision and sticking with it.
I feel like I was pushed on purpose.
And I feel like I was in the birthing room.
Every single one of you have faced things in your life, have overcome things, and because of that, you have a responsibility to share your message with the world. And you have a responsibility to take those lessons that you learned and use it to help other people.
Hello, hello, hello. It's time for another show. It's time for... Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to episode 11. Oh my goodness, we made it to 11 episodes. This is so exciting. Today we're talking all about what to do when Facebook and Instagram won't let you be great, okay? So I would like to welcome all my live viewers. Thank you so much for joining with me. I would also like to thank my replay viewers so much for watching. Please put hashtag replay below so I can come back and say hello to you. And like always, if you're here with us live, please tell me where you're tuning in below. I'll be in the comments talking to you guys today, okay? So yesterday, there was so many things happening with social media. Facebook and Instagram was not letting us entrepreneurs be great. And I've seen a lot of people running around worried, not being able to put out their promo posts. And here at the Birthing Experience, we do two very important things, okay? Number one, we give you content to help you prep, plan, push, and produce your mastering. Number two, we have something called the Master Midwife Moments, where we bring in guest experts that do two things. One, share their stories with you, which we like to call push stories. Their stories when they had to push through to serve as an inspiration for you, but not only that, to bring their expertise to the table, because the Birthing Experience is all about helping coaches birth their mastery, okay? So if it's your first time here, that's what today's episode is about, helping you become a master at what you do. If you're gonna be, if your business is gonna be dropping because you can't be on social media, that means that your foundation is not solid, and that's what we want to talk about today, okay? It's all about, again, helping you birth your mastery because you are a master at what you do, okay? So let me give you guys a little bit of history about the Birthing Experience, just in case you are new to our show. My name is Niala Phillip, known as the Master Midwife for Coaches. I am the host of this show. And again, it's all about making sure that we help coaches grow their business and make sure that we give them the right tools, the accountability, and the resources to grow their business. Now, when you think of midwives, what do you think of? You think of a trained professional who has the skills and the expertise, right, to be able to support a woman through pregnancy. Well, when you think of the master midwife, that's what I want you to think about. I am a skilled and trained professional with the expertise and the patience to help coaches birth their mastery. So my job is to make sure that you do not push out your purpose prematurely. You do not abort your assignment, okay? Because I truly believe that you all have an assignment, you all have a message, you've all been through things, experienced things, and that is what holds the power to you changing your life as well as the lives of other people, right? So it's my job to make sure that I bring you the information that you need so that does not happen, okay? So again, if you're now coming in, you're now tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please take a moment to share this out. We're getting ready to jump into the content. It's all about what to do when Facebook and Instagram won't let you be great, okay? All right, so story time. Yesterday, I went to message one of my clients on Facebook, and I kept putting in the messaging, and it wasn't working. I didn't think anything of it. About an hour later, I went and I messaged another. Matter of fact, I called on Facebook. I called another client, and it worked fine. I was checking in on her, and she said to me, I've been here sitting on Instagram and Facebook trying to put out my posts the last couple of hours, and it's just turning and turning in the same posting, and I don't understand what's going on. And she actually thought it was her. She actually went and revamped things, redid things, used a different program, tried all these different ways to get her post out there. And then she realized, wait a minute, it's not me, it's actually the social media platform. So I want to talk to you guys about this because I noticed so many people worried yesterday, not knowing, you know, if they're going to get their live streams done, you know, if they're going to get their content out, if they're going to get their posts out. And it is so important that you guys have a strong foundation because social media is not promised. And in this episode, I'm going to prove it to you. Okay. So let's get into the content. Make sure you guys are taking notes. Number one, your database can make or break your business. Write that down. Your database can make or break your business. Okay, so have you ever heard the saying, the money is in the list? Guys, the money is definitely in the list. Years ago, when I was a salon owner, we had a database. And in the beauty industry, we call that our book. Okay, it's our book of clients, people who have sat in our chair before. And as a beautician, your only goal is to grow your book. Right? As a beautician, every year you want to know that your book is growing, and I want to compare that to database for us coaches because that's what it is. It's a list of people who are your clients, right? It's a list of people who's used your services before. It's a list of people who's interested in using your services, right? So because they're interested, they are willing to give you contact information that will allow you to contact them again and again and again. Okay. So in the beauty industry, well, in my salon, I had something called a client intake form, right? So when clients would come into the salon, we'll give them this form, they'll sit down and it will ask for like their name, their telephone number, their email, you know, their birthday, if they colored their hair before, any information that we needed to know to be able to serve them better. Okay, so I want you to understand that your database becomes very, very important because like what happened on Facebook yesterday, if you do not have access to social media, your business cannot stop running, right? And this is the reason why growing a database, and on these internet streets, we call it growing a list, right? That is the reason why growing a list is very, very important. As a matter of fact, the number one thing you should be doing every single day in your coaching business is growing your list, okay? If you're not growing your list, then you will continue to struggle, all right? Now, I want to not only give you these tips, but I also want to make sure you understand why this works, okay? So social media is not promised, okay? Social media is not promised. And here's the thing. We had social media platforms like Blab, right? We had social media platforms like MySpace. How many of you guys remember MySpace, right? If you remember MySpace, put MySpace below. If you guys remember MySpace, right? We also had Black Planet. I think the other day, Solange, which is Beyonce's sister, she was trending because she put something out and everyone was saying Solange is going to bring Black Planet back. But Black Planet was also a social media platform that was very big back in my day when social media was starting to become a thing. Okay, so social media is not promised. All right, so just like what happened yesterday, you can wake up in the morning and your whole page can be gone. It happened to me. So last year, I had an Instagram page, my Niala Phillip, which is my personal brand, had an Instagram page with over 15,000 followers. I woke up one Wednesday morning, the page was gone. Now, I want you guys to understand that if my income was attached to that page, then I would have just lost a lot, okay? So your list is very important. Social media should be used as an avenue to get people on your database, okay? Because what did I say? Your list is people who are already clients, people who are interested in being clients, people who are interested in knowing more about what you do. All right. Another thing you need to know about social media, which I don't have this on my notes, but just thinking, is that social media has something called an algorithm. So many of you guys heard this because last year became really big, especially with Instagram and all the changes that was being made once Facebook took over Instagram. The algorithm started to be more Facebook-like, and there were a lot of people on Instagram that was complaining about it. But listen, the algorithm it only proves that Facebook controls what we do. It controls, what we watch, what we see, right? If you go to a certain a comedian's page a lot, then what you'll notice is every time you sign into Facebook, that would be the page that you're going to see first. Another thing you're going to notice is that you'll see people post, but you'll see it 2 to 3 days after they post it. That's the algorithm at work, which means that you have a lot of things playing against you when you are relying on social media to grow your business and get clients, okay? Social media is not promised, all right? Another thing, when you're growing a list, you convert more. And why? You convert more because these people, again, are people who said, yes, I'm interested in what you have. So if you're a business coach, let's say you are a lead generation coach, it's so fitting to use that example, but let's say you're a lead generation coach, you're helping entrepreneurs grow their list. I mean, don't you want to be able to have a list of people who want to know how to generate leads? Or do you just want to have a list of people who have businesses? See, there's a big difference, because when you have a list of people who's interested in generating leads, you're going to convert higher. We call that a targeted list, because it's specifically targeting the problem that you solve instead of a general list, okay? So listen, I'm going to be going through some more of this content over the next couple of months, because it's a lot that you have to learn that comes with growing a list. But for the most part, you should be growing a list today. You should never be relying on social media. If you wake up in the morning and Facebook is gone, you shouldn't be crying. You shouldn't be pulling your head out. You shouldn't be worried about, oh my gosh, I'm not going to get to do my live stream. Live stream should not be the place where you're getting clients. I'm just keeping it real. I know that you're going to hear different, but unfortunately, we can only teach you from our experience. And because I'm someone that has experienced over a decade ago, the fact that social media controls everything and we don't have any control, this is public domain, I understood the importance of growing a list, and I need you guys to understand that too, right? So let's use the live streaming for an example. We know that live streaming, like how I'm here and I'm doing a show with you guys, yes, this is a way for us to be more visible. This is a way for us to get more exposure. This is a way for us to captivate an audience, because if there's anyone listening and they're like, yeah, I'm into what Niall is saying, they'll probably come back for next week's episode. Yes, so it is very valuable. All of these social media platforms and it's very valuable for us. But at the end of the day, you shouldn't have all your eggs in that basket, right? So if you're someone who the only time you get sales and clients is when you live stream, that's not a good thing. It may feel good, but it's not a good thing, okay? So you should be able to, like yesterday, I got up in the morning, I sent out an email to my list, I made instant sales. I got a couple of people to book an appointment, okay, without even having to get on social media yet. And that is the power that I need you to understand you can hold when you are growing a database, okay? So number one is your database can make or break your business. If you are not growing a list, start growing a list now, all right? Now, number two is you need to get with the times, honey. You need to get with the times, okay? And before I continue, I want you guys to take a moment and please share this out. So if you have not shared this out yet, and you know that you've been seeing people on your timeline yesterday talking about the shutdown and what's going on with Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, I want you to share this out or tag them below and let them get this information so they can start to build a more solid foundation. So when these things happen, their business doesn't shake, okay? All right, so definitely take a moment to share this out, all right? Okay, so number two is get with the times, all right? So I have some statistics up here, and I found the statistics from a site called Blue Corona, where they give you a lot of mobile marketing statistics for 2019, okay? Mobile marketing is the new thing, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Statistics show that ages 18 to 24, 81% of them are on their smartphone when they are checking their personal emails, okay? For ages over 35, 73% of them are on their smartphone when they're checking their emails, okay? 26% of 18 to 24-year-olds are on their laptop or desktop. That's something for you to know, right? 29% of ages 35 and up, which is so surprising because we always feel like, you know, ages 35 and up, they're, you know, a little getting old school, which we're not old school, but you know, you guys like to say that we getting a little old school, but look at the numbers. 29% of ages over 35 are using the laptop and desktop computer to check their personal emails. And then it goes a step further and even talks to us about tablets, which years ago, tablets were like the big thing, right? So 18% of ages 18 to 24 are using the tablet, and 22% of ages over 35 and up is using the tablet. So what does that show you? That shows you that in the year 2019, everybody, almost everybody, is on their cell phone, which means that you got to get with the times. It's called mobile marketing. So I can dig into mobile marketing so deep, but the one that I want to focus on is you being able to grow your list using mobile marketing. So I want you guys to write this down. The program that I use to do this is called Textedly. I'll spell it for you. Textedley. Again, Textedley. Okay, it is very affordable. It works with any of the email systems. So if you guys are using like MailChimp or ConvertKit or anything like that, it integrates seamlessly with the systems. But what it does is it allows you to get people's cell phone number. So now instead of only sending emails, you also have access to send your promos, your values, your stories, your events, event invites, whatever it is, right? You can send it via mobile. Why? Because statistics show that in the year 2019, 81, and if we do the overall, 75% of ages 18 and up are using mobile. So that means that you have to get with the times, all right? So Textedly is a very good program that you can use to start, you know, generating some mobile leads. So that way, you know, one of the things I used to do this before Textedly, but I'll tell you what, like a little idea or some inner that can probably help you. When I was in network marketing, I used to do something where we would put our prospects in groups on my cell phone. And in the morning, I would send out a quote. That's it. Every morning, I would send out a quote. Something where they can go on their day, but they'll also remember me every single day. And guess what? It worked. All right, it worked. A lot of people will text back, thank you so much, I needed this morning. When people will leave testimonials, they would say things like, wow, Niala actually cares. Niala would reach out and give us encouragement. It's not just about her and her numbers, right? And this is things to me that's important. It might not be important to you, but if you are the person who's meant to be here, then your integrity matters. What people think about you matters, and you always operate in a way of wanting to encourage people, giving good content, you know, sharing as much as you can. And I feel like mobile marketing is a really great way to get into that, you know? So even if you don't start using a program like Textedly, but you just start actually asking people for their numbers. So like, even if you're going to networking events, you know, business cards are played out. What did I say? Move with the times. Right? It's played out. Now when I go to events and people are like, oh, well, how can I'm like, give me your number, give me your cell phone, right? And I'm putting my number in. Why? Because we are living in a digital world now. We are living in a mobile world as well. And you need to understand that as the times change, your business also needs to get with the times. Okay, again, what I'm sharing with you guys are alternatives. So next time Facebook and Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever your platform is, a platform of choice is, if it starts going haywire, you don't have to be the one running around in circles trying to figure out, how am I going to still fill my program? How am I going to still get appointments on the calendar? How am I going to get my message out there? There are always ways for you to reach people outside of social media, and it's really important. So I don't have this on my notes, But another thing that I do is offline workshops, right? So remember, there are so many ways as a coach that you can start getting clients, but it's important that you educate yourself about these things so you don't get lost in the crowd when everyone else is running around like a chicken worried about their sales. Okay, this is my goal for this show. This is why we decided to switch our title today, because I really wanted to make sure that I brought you some real content that's going to help you. Now, number 3, I have 3 things for you. The first thing is your database can make or break your business. The second thing is you got to get with the times. But then the third one is you got to take action. Okay, so another problem that I see with many of you is that you come on live streams like this, shows like this, you watch webinars, you read books, you go to events, you buy courses, you get coaching, you do all the things that you're supposed to do except take action. Except take action. And what I want to, this is my push moment. So I want you guys to put hashtag push below. Put hashtag push, because this is my push moment. You guys got to take action. Okay, so what I'm sharing with you today is not just for my health, it's to make sure that you know what you need to prevent your business being affected if social media is affected, which it will be. It's not the first, yesterday wasn't the first time that happened. Many times Facebook goes haywire to have server issues. Matter of fact, I can't remember what month it happened, but last year the whole internet was down. Amazon wasn't working. None of them was working, right? So even yesterday, Stripe wasn't working. Those of you who know what Stripe is, you guys know it wasn't working. I was trying to send out invoices after clients called yesterday, and it was not working. I had to find an alternative option. Right? So you got to understand, how can I set up my business where these stuff don't affect me? And you have to take action. That's the most important thing. If you're someone who struggle with tech, you get frustrated, and you may think that Textedly is something that you won't be able to figure out, then by all means, open up a notebook, get a pen, and start writing people's numbers down when you meet them. Go in your Facebook groups, figure out how to create a Google survey, and you can have people fill out the survey where they can give you their cell phone number if they want to stay in contact with you if in case Facebook or Instagram shut down again. That's something you can do in the next 5 minutes. That's something you can do in the next 5 minutes and start off a small list of mobile what should we call them? Our mobile database. All right. So guys, I hope that this was very valuable with you. I hope that I lit a fire under you to get you to understand the importance of setting up solid foundations and not leaving social media, not leaving your business in the hands of social media, because why? Social media is not promised. Okay. I want to thank you guys for being with me today. This has been exciting. I'm even more excited because next week, we're going to have another Master Midwife moment where we have a guest coming in that we talking about just breathe. Oh, I love that. Just breathe. So make sure you guys tune in next week. If you're here with me on the replay, please put hashtag replay below so I can say thank you to you. And if you're here with me live, guys, make sure that you share this out and make sure that everyone who needs this information gets this information, okay? I have one more announcement for you guys. On Monday, I will be hosting a free challenge for any of my coaches who are struggling with their messaging, okay? So if you feel like you cannot communicate your value, if you feel like when you tell people what you do, it's confusing, you don't feel confident about it, you feel like they don't clearly understand what you do, which is why they're not buying, if you feel like what you put out on social media, what you write on emails, what you say on the stage, if you feel like it's not connecting with your people, the Master Your Message Challenge is absolutely for you. So over the course of 5 days, I'll be taking you through my formulas and frameworks that help my clients find their unique message, okay? at the end of the 5 days, you will not only have a unique message, but you'll know exactly what to do with your message so you can start to monetize your message as well. So if you, again, are a coach who's struggling with messaging, who's struggling with communicating their value so you can start to consistently sign clients, this challenge is absolutely for you. I am going to leave the link in the title as well as in the comments so you can come on over and join us. We start on Monday, okay? All right, guys, thank you again for joining. This has been the Birthing Experience. I am the Master Midwife for Coaches, and I will see you guys again next week.